And serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Shots rang out earlier tonight, and there's new information on that incident out of Grand Forks. It happened outside the Cenex gas station on South Washington during the supper hour. It didn't take long for authorities to determine that two males were involved, saying that the two knew each other.
The search for the two continues. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard is outside the Cenex right now and joins us live with the very latest. Callie.
Hi, Mike and Andrea. This was a pretty heavy scene earlier as police had this entire gas station blocked off for over 2 hours. Police tell me that one male was nearby the gas station when he started shooting 7 bullets at a passing car. Officials say both subjects involved were males and knew each other. Police say that right now they're watching surveillance video, trying to piece this together and figure out why it happened in the first place.
I guess my request would be if anybody happened to be driving by in the area, maybe just take a peek at your car. You certainly might not recognize it for what it was. Could think, oh, maybe it was a rock hit my car, something like that. But we're trying to just verify where those are.
Police have now cleared the scene and the gas station is now open, but they want you to know that no one was hurt and that there is no threat to the public at this time. No arrests have been made as well. Reporting live in Grand Forks, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
All right, Callie, thank you for that live report.
A mistake on a project has cost the city of Fargo tens of thousands of dollars, and people say they're concerned about how this might impact their special assessments.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly sat down with city leaders to find answers on how this happened and what it means for the people of Fargo.
A project along 40th Avenue South went all wrong when the city of Fargo didn't perform a specific test on the gravel being used, causing federal aid to be lost.
The test isn't something we normally do, and we just missed it. Okay. And federal funds are such that if you can't verify what they're paying for, they just won't participate in any of the funding.
This mistake meant losing nearly $50,000 and having to pull more money from sales tax funding.
Well, now we learned our lesson. This is the first time they've pulled federal aid on any project in North Dakota for years and years. So we got our fingers slapped pretty good. And we for sure are doing these tests now.
There were 3 things funding this project: federal aid, sales tax, and special assessments. Dan Eberhardt, the city's special assessments coordinator, says it was our sales tax that took the hit on this problem, and people will actually see a slight decrease in specials for this project.
When we started the project, we were working off an estimated final. And as it progressed, we got more information to the final numbers from the state, applied them to our project, and so the numbers came down again a little bit.
City leaders say the people of Fargo should not see any negative consequences.
Is there anyone else impacted aside from the special assessments going down?
No.
City leaders say the takeaway is there was a mistake made. It has been resolved, and the people of Fargo will not be negatively impacted. In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Gordon says using sales tax dollars should not have any serious impact on other projects or city funding, as there are millions of dollars of these funds dedicated to projects each year.
Fargo police are warning you of a high-risk sex offender in North Fargo. 35-year-old Colton Petty is living at 734 College Street North. He was convicted in February of 2008 when he grabbed his victim from behind and held her down while he removed her clothes. He was attempting to rape her when her friend kicked in the door and got Petty off the 30-year-old victim.
Fargo investigators say they have received information that there may be a person who knows specifically what happened leading up to the death of Brenda Cardis. Brenda went missing last July. Her remains were found near the river in South Fargo over a year later. Investigators say a person has previously shared with others specific details about her death. Investigators also believe that there may be other people with first-hand knowledge related to Brenda's last hours. Anyone with information about her death is asked to call this phone number, 241-1405, and leave your tip.
The man convicted of kidnapping the baby of Savannah Graywind will now spend 20 years in prison. Last year, William Hain was deemed a dangerous offender, sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. However, last month, the North Dakota Supreme Court reversed the ruling, and now Hain will spend the next 20 years in prison and will be eligible for parole in about 16 or 17 years, a detail that Judge Tom Olson said he couldn't bear to fathom.
The saddest thing for this court is you'll be out of prison before the child who lost her mother will graduate from high school. How wrong is that?
Haynes' ex-girlfriend and co-conspirator Brooke Cruz is serving a life sentence for the murder of Savannah Greywind. Greywind's daughter, Hazley Jo, is 2 years old.
Turtle Mountain Chairman Jamie Azure expressed sadness with today's reduced sentence, saying Greywind's daughter deserves justice. Azure says we will seek to educate the judicial and legislative systems to appropriately provide punitive measures.
Police say a difference in political views as well as a handgun landed a 27-year-old West Fargo man in jail. It happened just after noon when Joseph Schumacher got into a verbal dispute with a woman while driving southbound in the 1000 block of 8th Street South. The woman told police that Schumacher pulled up next to her and started yelling about her political bumper sticker and then displayed a handgun. When authorities stopped Schumacher, they found a loaded handgun in the center console of his vehicle.
2 Fargo women say they recently had trouble during separate late-night Uber rides. Melissa Weeks and Kendall Curis both reported their incidents to the company. Weeks says her driver began to grab her arm and made sexual advances before she jumped out of the vehicle. Curis, on the other hand, says her driver began texting her lewd messages after the ride. For Uber, these kinds of situations have happened before nationwide, and recently it released new safety features.
This is supposed to be my safe ride. It's kind of disheartening when I can work in a bar all night, not get harassed, and it takes my Uber driver to harass me.
Taking advantage of someone in a situation, especially when they've had some drinks, is completely inappropriate.
Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo police departments tell us they don't track crimes specifically involving Lyft and Uber rides.
Dozens of families, especially those with little ones, had fun tonight, all in the name of fire safety. Dilworth Fire Department held an open house where kids explored equipment and trucks that are used by the department. The night has become an annual event. Clay County Sheriff Mark Empting, who is also Dilworth's fire chief, says it's important to encourage safety around fire.
There's a few different things we'd like to accomplish, not only, teaching kids about fire prevention and also the adults about fire prevention, where to make sure that they're finding a safe exit from their home if something were to happen, or how to use a fire extinguisher, or just getting them familiar with the firefighters and they're comfortable with us. So if we do show up at their house, they kind of know who we are and they're comfortable coming and talking to us and things like that.
Empting adds that nights like these are important to gain the community's trust and support.
This is for folks in East Grand Forks where fall cleanup week is underway. Put your stuff out on the berm on your regularly scheduled pickup day. Remember, glass and construction debris will not be accepted for berm pickup. For special pickup arrangements or any questions about pickup, you can call 218-773-1313.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
All right, we're going to get started with the details. Everyone wants to know about all this hubbubaloo about a big old winter storm late in the week. Yes, indeed, it is true. Models have been advertising it since last week. We're getting more confidence about some of the details with this storm and some still low confidence. First and foremost, it gets started on Wednesday as rain for many that transitions to snow by Thursday. So into Thursday, we'll have some accumulation in some communities, but Friday and Saturday, things could get ridiculous. Bands of heavy snow, persistent for a day and a half or two in some locations, could cause very lofty snow potential. And this will be that transition season, heavy, wet snow, so it will come with some impacts we'll review in a minute. Here's a look at the track and timing of the storm as advertised by a model. There are numerous models, and they don't all agree on this track. So the bottom line is this forecast will change. But one thing they agree about is that on Wednesday and into Thursday, we'll have rain mixing with and changing to snow. North winds become quite gusty late. So as we go through Thursday, temperatures will start dropping very quickly, and then into the night, Thursday night into Friday. The low pressure system itself moves over our area and parks here all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then weekends Saturday as we head into Sunday. All the while, some models advertise bands of snow and very strong winds. Do you see these red arrows? Yeah, gusts over 40 miles per hour out of the north with heavy snow. That's not a great combination. So here's some things to think about. Number one, how much snow, Hutch, are we talking about? Well, the models oftentimes overdo their estimations of snowfall potential with these systems. This particular model here has most of the heavy bands now shifted from central Minnesota right here into the valley. Look at that number in Fargo. Oh my goodness, approaching 3 feet of snow. I think that's a little bit overblown, but let's take a look at another model to see. The European model scoots everything back into eastern North Dakota and still has between 1 and over 2 feet of snow for many. We'll keep you posted with the track and timing of the storm, but these are some impacts to think about. Times of impossible travel, heavy wet snow causing tree damage down branches and power lines, freezing hoses and pipes. It's a good idea while the weather is decent to take care of those things. Because of the rain beforehand, localized flooding and also threat to livestock and of course with the wind gusts, we could have some problems with overturning of vehicles or at least difficult travel. Temperatures right now, though, as we focus on a beautiful day, are in the upper 40s and low 50s with clear skies. Here's the storm system way out here in the Pacific Ocean. Your forecast for tonight shows quiet, no stormy weather at all, but a few more clouds and breezy conditions keeping us from getting too cold. We start our day out 45 to 50. Through the day tomorrow, wind picks up out of the south at 15 to 20 miles per hour. So remember that. It'll be breezy. But these orange colors on Hutch's map indicate temperatures near 70 degrees in the Red River Valley and points north and west of Fargo. Elsewhere, widespread mid-60s for a pretty toasty and terrific Tuesday. Zach capturing a wonderful photo on Big Cormorant. Wow, what a great picture. I wonder what that'll look like this weekend. We'll keep you posted as far as the forecast is concerned. Enjoy Tuesday. Most of Wednesday, not too bad, but then rain moves in. Changes to snow Thursday. Friday, it gets ridiculous. Saturday, it's not much better, if not worse in some areas. So for tailgaters, keep that in mind. You might need some earmuffs and a snow shovel might come in handy.
Yeah, we have got a couple more days to find that, right?
Just enjoy while we can.
Yeah, thanks, Hutch.
Yeah.
Later on Valley News Live 10 at 10, President Trump tries to push on, calling the impeachment inquiry a scam.